in finding, procuring, collecting, sorting, and then finally redistributing baseball equipment, new and gently used baseball equipment, to boys and girls who want to play baseball or softball but lack the equipment to do so. And we are closing in sometime in the next 2 years. We will most likely hit the 1 millionth kid helped by providing baseball equipment to underserved communities and kids around the country and around the world. So check out our website at pifb.org, pitch in for baseball, or pifb.org, and any help would be in the form of donations of financial resources or equipment would be tremendously appreciated, because we are solving a problem. If kids, for kids to be kids, and I believe they ought to be able to play catch and play ball if they want to. And many kids are not doing so, wanting to, but not doing so just simply because they lack equipment. And our mission is to see that that's not the case. There could be a lot of reasons why kids don't play baseball, but not being able to afford the equipment shouldn't be one of them.
Absolutely.
That's our reason for being.
And David's question is Lorenzo Cain the 2018 version of Torrey Hunter, all-world defensive center fielder with an infectious personality that can lift an entire locker room?
Yeah, I think that's an interesting observation by David there. We mentioned Yelich and Cain, those additions. I don't think there's any question that I really felt like when they made the deal, when they signed Cain, I really thought that was a terrific addition for them. David's probably right. I don't know what effect he's had on the clubhouse and on the personality of that club. I suspect immense. I don't know if he's a Torrey Hunter all the way to Torrey Hunter personality. He's not. I don't think he's quite the center fielder Torrey was, right. but he's a terrific defensive player, and he's a tough guy, evidenced by the game yesterday. Had a wonderful at bat to break the game the Brewers' way against the Cubs on the road there against a tough pitcher. He had a great at bat, and so I think David's point's a great one. I think in the final analysis, it's performance on the field that is the biggest differentiator, the biggest influencer. And Yelich's performance, along with others, Moustakas, and the late addition. A lot of guys have had, and Aguilar. I mean, it was a beast this year. I mean, it's the performance that's done it. But I think Lorenzo Cain's day in, day out consistency in terms of performance and attitude and personality. David's probably right. He probably had as much influence as anybody.
From longtime listener Joe Kreuzer, does Astudillo have a spot on the team next year? I certainly think so and hope so. What do you think, Roy?
I think so, and I think he does. His being on the team is really dependent on he's going to be the 25th man, mm-hmm. and the decision will be as they get all their positions squared away, they straighten their minds that here, okay, this is who's everybody's playing in these spots, and then here are my swing guys, and I need a backup catcher, and I need a utility infielder, and then you're going to look at Astudillo and go, oh wait,
he's all of those.
In one guy, he can play everywhere, and he's got an ability to hit. To put the ball in play on a regular basis and to hit tough pitching. One of the things that really, besides his performance this year, that really turned me to a supporter of La Tortuga is I was talking to his manager, Joel Skinner, his AAA manager, and Joel said, I was talking to him, I said, tell me about this guy, because I love this kid. I mean, I love his at-bats. I wish he didn't swing at so many tough pitches before he had 2 strikes, but I don't know if you're ever going to be able to break him that. He hasn't done that in 2,000 minor league at bats. He hasn't been all that selective. When he gets good balls to hit, he rips them, and he makes a lot of early outs on pitches that I think he should take until he gets 2 strikes. But Joel Skinner, your manager, tell me about him, because I want to really like this kid. And Joel looked at me and said, you know what? He can hit tough pitching. Mm-hmm. He's tough. He's the same guy against any kind of stuff. Well, you can't say that about just anybody. And so I think that additional trait of his is really key. And so I think it's going to be very, very hard to not have him be on the club next year just because of every place he can play and the toughness of his at-bats. Now, the caveat is, I mean, you just don't know what the makeup of the lineup and bench is going to be. I mean, you just don't. You can't not have a guy like their utility infielder. And I'm just blanking on his name. Switch hitting utility infielder should be enough for you, partner. His name is.
Why am I? I'm sorry. I got caught up looking at for Twitter questions, so I got.
Okay, never mind.
Never mind. I'm sorry.
Holy cow.
I got caught peeking at my notes while Roy was talking, so I don't have it right in front of me.
So pull it up because I'm not gonna go on until this is driving me crazy that I'm having this kind of senior moment. But Adrianza.
Yeah.
You can't not have a guy like Adrianza on the team because if you're a manager and you say, okay, I've got to spell somebody, you can't have a defensive liability out there, in 30 games, at various places. You have to have somebody that you're confident is going to catch the ball. And Adrianza had a terrific year. So it's going to be a guy like that. The decision for Astudillo will come down to more. If he's on the team, who do I eliminate, and can I, and what's the best combination? And I don't know that you eliminate Adrianza in favor of Astudillo. I don't know that you can carry a third catcher just because he can play someplace else and get some hits, if that means you don't have a credible fourth outfielder and a guy that can play defense and as a utility guy. So Adrianza did enough this year at the plate, and he is so competent in all the infield positions that he plays. He really did himself a great service this year, and I think probably solidified for next. So that's what Astudillo is going to run up against. It's just going to be a numbers game and a defense, a sense about defense.
I think that's enough for this week. We have all.
Well, we could have talked a lot more if I could have thought about Adrianza's name. Figured out Adrianza's name.
You had a brain glitch while I wasn't paying attention, so it was just a bad combination.
Wait. You don't pay attention when I'm talking?
I do, but when you're on one of your soliloquies, that's where
nobody else pays attention either.
That's where I go look for Twitter questions. When I know that it's not going to be a 10-word question answer, it might be more of a 10-minute answer. That's when I go look for Twitter answers, and I know that you're going to be okay without me for a minute.
I'm trying to think of whether I've had less than a 10-minute answer. I get you.
You know what, Brandon? Can you do the research? Can you find?
I get your point.
Let's have Brandon put together an all-time greatest. Kind of a best of show. Roy's best answers of under 10 minutes. Ooh. You know what? That show will be under 10 minutes.
It will. It will. I don't think you can. Oh, man. Even this one.
Oh, good Lord. Thanks to Berry Coffee, berrycoffee.com, whizkids.tech. That's WHIZKIDS.tech, and Tony Hoagland, your State Farm agent in Champlin. Again, the promo code for Bite Squad is Talk North, one word. Thanks for listening. Yes.
There's a lot of things in Duder's head, man. There's a lot of ins, a lot of outs, a lot of what have yous.
Hey, by the way, there's a new show on, I think it's AMC or something, that is billing itself as kind of the new Big Lebowski. It's like Lodge 97 or something. Have you watched it?
I have not.
Lodge 49 it's called. It's supposed to be kind of a modern day Big Lebowski. I'm not sure I'm buying it, so I haven't tried it out yet. But if you try it out and give it the seal of approval, I might try it out.
Yeah, oh yeah, what condition my condition.